What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? There's no drag race today, so hey, I guess they dropped one for yesterday, and today is a different video. So now we have this one right here. It says this new hypercar will blow your mind. Let's see what it has to offer. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's do it. Oh, I believe KOENIGSEGG they had dropped a video. It's right here. It was this right here. Like, it could be this video right here. Hold on. Let's see. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's do it.
I'm at Copenhagen Airport in Denmark. Now I've come here because I've had a last minute invite to see a super exclusive new hypercar, but I'm running a little bit late, so I really need to run. It's not a good start. I'm having to get a bus to get to the place to pick up the rental car so I can get to my location. It's down this row here. Which one is it? Oh no. For some reason, we've got a 7-seater MPV, a touran. I was hoping it was going to be a Golf R. We're on the way. We are running a bit behind schedule. We're actually heading over what is the most expensive bridge in Europe into another country. That might give you a clue as to where we're going.
So we've arrived. You can see it's KOENIGSEGG. We're in speed up. We've opened the gate, even though I'm really late. I'm supposed to be meeting Christian. Hopefully, something a bit awkward like last time.
Oh, you closed it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Oh, right, I'm still there, good. I thought I was going to miss this. Hello, Christian. So
Hey.
sorry.
What's going on here?
Listen, I'm so sorry.
see you. No
Good to
problem.
see you again.
It is.
Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Last time I saw you, I shut a door in your face.
Okay, so that was not a great start. We'll actually come back to my chat with Christian a bit later, because first I need to explain exactly what I've come to see.
This is the SADAIR SPEAR, and it is to the KOENIGSEGG Attack what the GT3 RS is to a normal GT3. So, more power, more aero, more lap time betterness.
Just like the CC850 I drove recently, this car is based on the Jesko platform. But in order to achieve some extraordinary performance goals, the suspension, interior and the bodywork has been overhauled.
The biggest visual changes on this car over a normal Jesko Attack is the rear wing. It's bigger, it still does the whole kind of active aero thing.
Bro, this is just like the Porsche GT3 RS, the 992. Like at the bottom, like it shows the brand. This is very, very clever. It is very, very nice. It says KOENIGSEGG. This thing is clean.
And it creates more downforce. However, while the car has more downforce, it actually has less drag, and that's because they've extended the body. So it's got a new rear end, it's also got a new rear diffuser as well, and a new underbody which helps improve the airflow. The actual car itself is 4,690 millimeters long, which is about 70 millimeters longer than the standard Attack. Now, some other changes at the back are these tail lamps, and another thing just there which I'll tell you about a bit later, because it's a little bit bonkers. Here at the front, you've got this huge splitter for more downforce, these winglets which send air down the side of the car, and a cool little duct there like on a Formula 1 car. Other side, you've got these new turbine style wheels, and they're made out of carbon fibre, and they look absolutely gorgeous, but they are mirrored on the other side. The idea is that they suck air in like a fan to cool the brakes.
So why has KOENIGSEGG made this car? Well, it's been designed to set lap times. Already, it's beaten the Jesko's lap record at Sweden's Gotland Ring racetrack by 1.1 seconds, and KOENIGSEGG says there's more left in the tank thanks to the chassis upgrades they've made.
This is always a fun thing to do on a KOENIGSEGG. I'll just double press that, and here we have the ability to really look at the mechanicals on this car. So they've changed the spring rates, they're stiffer spring rates than on a normal Jesko Attack. They've fitted new damper bodies, it's got new valves, it's got new software programming, so you've got different rebound and bump over a Jesko Attack, also different ride heights. They've also updated the XXX damper system, so it's got a new spring in it. Now that is designed to stop squat under acceleration, and there's another one on the front to stop dive under braking. Plus, you've got bigger, wider tyres, and then Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2Rs. Now you can get those optionally on a Jesko Attack, but here they are wider, which gives you that added cornering speed, but also you have a deeper sidewall, which is able to cope with the added downforce.
There's also upgraded carbon ceramic brakes, which can take more abuse on track thanks to their new pads and multi-layer construction.
The brakes are actually 400 grams a corner lighter over a normal Jesko Attack, and that improves the handling because you've got less unsprung mass. Plus, overall, this car is 35.
Hold on, let me make sure that I'm recording. My bad, chat. My bad.
Kilograms lighter. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, 35 kilograms, that's not a huge deal. But you've got to remember that this car is longer, it has bigger tyres, and despite all that, it is still 35 kilograms lighter. So the Jesko Attack is 1,420 kilos, this is 1,395 kilograms, so it's only 5 kilograms heavier than the Absolute, but you've got all this aero and all these track focus parts on it as well. So how have they done that?
I don't think they'll take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted in 99% of places.
No copyright, baby. No copyright. We're not doing that. Hold on, chat.
They've used slightly different carbon fibre on parts of the body which make it lighter. There's something inside that they've removed, and I'll come to that in a bit. This rear wing may be bigger, but it's actually 1.8 kilograms lighter.
And there's less soundproofing.
Now, Koenigsegg could have made it lighter still by getting rid of some creature comforts, such as the stereo system or even the air conditioning, but they want their cars to be pleasurable to drive even when you're not on track. And they could have got rid of some of the cool, like robotised parts, such as the doors and the engine bay. But no, it needs to be a spectacle, just like every other Koenigsegg.
What they have done though is tweak the 5-litre twin turbo.
That right there is amazing, bro. That right there is amazing, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but this may be the thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. This right here is amazing, bro. Like, bro, like the fact that it could just open by itself and just do all of this. Wow.
What they have done though is tweak the 5-litre twin turbo V8 ECU to deliver more power, and this was actually made possible, believe it or not, due to changes to the bodywork.
So this vent here forces air into the ventilation system so it doesn't have to work so hard, which means less strain on the engine. Then moving down the side, these canards spin the air so it goes straight in here to the intercooler, makes them work more efficiently. And actually this brings you on to the only thing on this car which is for show and doesn't do anything. On the normal Jesko you have these wings here to do the job of pushing air into the intercooler. They didn't need them on this because of those canards, and so you have this decorative spear here, which is a nod to the car's name. Here we have these new ram air intakes forcing air into the air induction system, and then here there's a new vent that sends air down into there to cool the gearbox oil.
The result is an uplift in power by 25 horsepower over the Jesko Attack, and unlike that car, the environmental pack comes as standard. So if you run on E85 fuel, you have 1,625 horsepower. 0 to 60 miles an hour is estimated at just 2.6 seconds, which is mad for a rear-wheel drive car, even one with a power-to-weight ratio of 1,173 horsepower per tonne, which is the best of any Koenigsegg ever.
To give you an idea of how impressive that number is, the new Ferrari F80 has a power-to-weight ratio of 787 horsepower per tonne, the new McLaren W1 has 911 horsepower per tonne, and the Rimac Nevera R has 930 horsepower per tonne.
In fact, there's only one car that comes close to this new Koenigsegg, the Bugatti Bolide. That has 1,600 horsepower and a dry weight, according to Bugatti, around 1,450 kilograms. That works out to a power-to-weight ratio of 1,100 horsepower per tonne, but that's still less than this new Koenigsegg.
What you have to remember is that the Bugatti Bolide is actually a track-only car, whereas this is homologated all over the world, so it can be used on the road. And making changes to a car and then getting it homologated is a real faff, especially when you're only making 30 of them, like this. So Koenigsegg wanted to just add a third brake light here to the back of the intake for the oil cooler of the gearbox. Now what they could have done is used a off-the-shelf part from Hella for this brake light, but it's homologated for use lengthways, not vertically. But they wanted it vertical, so they had to design their own light in-house, build it in-house, and then get it homologated specifically on its own, so it's road legal. And do you know how long it took to just create that part?
3
and
hours.
get it homologated? It took 5 people, 6 months, working on just that part alone, solidly. That just goes to show the crazy attention to detail that they have at Koenigsegg, and how they always just like to do stuff in-house, even if it's a little bit difficult.
Damn.
The
said 3
Sadair
hours.
Spear isn't the first time
Damn.
Koenigsegg has produced a special edition version of their Halo hypercar. The new car also celebrates 10 years since the Agera 1-to-1 was launched. This was the very first hypercar that produced more than a megawatt of power. That's 1,000 kilowatts, which translates to 1,360 horsepower. And weighing in at 1,360 kilograms meant it achieved a 1-to-1 power to weight ratio. And that brings me on to the changes inside the car.
First things first, getting into a Koenigsegg is always an event. I'll meet you on the inside. Gotta love the door.
Why they playing copyright music, bro? Like, bro, I hope I don't get no copyright, bro. I hope, bro, cause bro, if I do, it doesn't even make sense for me to even keep going, bro. Like, if y'all see this video, y'all see it. But bro, I'm hearing a lot of copyright music, bro. No cap.
Changes to the interior include the fact that they have removed the gear selector there to save a bit of weight. So the only way you can change gears is the 9-speed light speed gearbox, which has no flywheel and individual clutches. It's by using the paddles. You get the same digital driver's display here as in the Jesko, which is mounted onto the steering column. But because you haven't got that gear lever, rather than putting the key there, you put it in there. Also, they've given it new carbon fibre lightweight seats with some lovely leather. There's the number 76 there, which relates to the year 1976, but more on that in a bit. And you can have 6-point racing harnesses, so fitted there like that, luckily. But if you don't want to use them, right, this buckle just fits neatly there, using a magnet as well, holding it in place into the seat base, so it's not uncomfortable if you just want to use the normal 3-point harness. And if you do take this car on track and think, oh god, my helmet's going to like be bashing against the headrest, this part is actually removable. I haven't tried it. Can I do it? Right. How do you do it? How do you do it? Do I know? Do I just pull? Do I just pull? I'm not sure if I should just pull. What do you reckon, Jack?
Don't pull.
Don't pull.
Yep, don't
pull on the expensive car.
Don't.
We asked someone at Koenigsegg to show us how to do it. You may also be wondering about the colour scheme of the car and where the name comes from. And this brings us back to my meeting with Christian.
Do you know what? On this car, all the colours I love, we've got brown, love brown. We've got green on it, love green, and white.
Okay. Yeah, all matched up.
Yeah, this was planned, obviously, wasn't it? Okay.
Even there,
Oh yeah. Oh.
planned.
Tell me then about this car, the name. What's it all about?
The Jesko was a tribute to my father, who helped me in the early years to get going in the tough times. He was very instrumental in helping me. So I attributed the Jesko to him on his 80th birthday as a surprise. And we're about to finish that program. And we got these wonderful new tires from Michelin, which meant we could increase aero loading. And we said, why not make a final hurrah of the Jesko era in Koenigsegg by celebrating that with a special version named after the last horse he raced as a gentleman jockey in 1976, which was the Sadair Spear. So, horse brown.
This is the same brand as the horse.
Exactly.
You know when people do like kind of colour matching, they come to you and go, can you match my car to this colour? Were you matching like from photos of the horse?
Kind of. It's more the idea of a brown horse, I would say.
Okay, sorry.
The green here is what we call Koenigsegg Racing Green, which was together with the white the livery of Jesko's jockey suit. So that's a celebration to that.
Okay, so there's a few more Koenigsegg all new products coming.
Yes.
Now, you guys have worked with electrification before, so this kind of switch to like a electrified vehicle is not going to be such a major leap for you as some other hypercar brands. Right. So I imagine that's where you're going in future.
Well, it depends on the ethos and philosophy of the car. So we're having basically a two-pronged approach. This really analog, pure combustion engine with renewable fuels to make that side happy, and then also the hybridized side, but not full EV, as that takes away too much of the emotional aspect of the object being alive and talking to you. And
so do you feel that you're in a better position than say some of the other hypercar manufacturers because you're already known in this kind of area with the Regera?
Our clientele, they know we're up to doing unusual things. so I guess they don't get surprised.
Unusual things, not just unusual. They're always good. Unusual.
Yeah. So yeah, from that perspective, and then I think EV technology or the electrification we have is really exciting.
Now I know that on your cars you have like certain little Easter eggs or kind of really cool stuff that's just hidden away, which is sort of for you in a way, as well as your customers, because they like to know that this stuff's there. Something clever with the windscreen wiper, isn't there?
Well, yes, this is a chat.
Bro, even the bro, that shit got carbon fiber too. Bro, the details on this car is amazing.
challenge. So given the regulations that are around nowadays, the swept area that we need to do with this wraparound screen is a big challenge with one single Viper. We could have 3 small ones and trying to cover it, but it will look completely nasty. So what we had to do is we had to invent a new mechanism that we're patenting that makes it go shorter in comparison to its full stretch out length.
So it's like someone like cleaning a window,
It really stretches far out and really contracts to become short to pass that point. And we had to spend thousands of hours to make that work. We first thought we should outsource that.
But you don't outsource really, do you?
Well, we this time we tried, but we realized we probably just have to do it in-house to make it work. And I think that was a good thing because it was very intricate and complicated to make it match the car.
And that's new on this car here?
Yes, it's the first one with this. The Jesco's going to the US also have it because they need it for regulation.
So this car here, what is the price?
So it's 3.8 million euro.
$3.8 million starting price pre-tax. So after taxes, you're probably spending like 4.2 million. Cause in different countries, like they do different kind of taxes. But dude, 3.8 million? Yikes.
Now, your paint is so special. It is faultless. But it ain't easy, is it?
No. This is more work, skill, and sensitive hands than imaginable. The panels, we do them naked carbon fiber. We don't add anything. We just polish them up and they look perfect. It's not, the panels are perfect, but still, to get to this paint job, you need, in this case, with this intricacy of the carbon fiber areas and the inlay.
Chat, bro, you have carbon fiber in the paint, bro. Like, look at this, bro. Like, do you know how many hours that shit takes, bro, for you to actually do this? It takes hours, days, months.
And so on. I would guess this is around 1,300 hours.
See?
Well, okay, wait.
See? I just said it. 12 to 13 hours, bro.
So 1,300 hours, but forget the paint job. How many hours to build the car?
If we look at the Jesco, which is a similar build time, we have 10 stations and we move a station every 3rd day. So it's 30 days to move through the line. And you have about 2 persons per station. So that's about...
so about 2,000 hours or something like that?
Something like that. So that's assembly time. Then we do pre-assembly of parts on top of that, and then we make the monocoque, then we make the carbon fiber bits and pieces. We do the engine, the transmission, the wheels, the seats, the electronic systems. We assemble them, we boot them up. So that's just assembly time. So I think all in all, if you take everything in, it's 6,000-7,000 hours or something per car.
Okay, and the actual paint then, so you're looking at 1/5 of the time.
Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this car holds a record around your Gotland circuit.
Correct.
What other records are you looking at? Because I know you like a world record.
This will not be a top speed record holder. We're limiting the speed to 360 for tire loading. That way we could add even more downforce since we're not going to go faster than that. So I think it will be interesting to see what it can do around Silverstone, Spa. I mean, Nürburgring is a dream. It's a challenge to get the right time of the year with the right driver and not raining. We were there last year. 2 days we had it for ourselves, raining.
Right.
So it's such a difficult thing to do. But we will try again.
Have you modelled it on the Nürburgring?
Oh yes.
Go on then, can you tell us? What do you reckon? What would you like to would you like to be able to achieve?
We were at Laguna Seca last year and set a record with the Jesco. And the modeling was like 3/10 off or something. It was extremely close. And the modeling guys, when we talk about Nürburgring, they're like, Christian, we don't even want to tell you what it can do, you know. But it's in the like 630 to 27, you know, something around there.
So these are the vehicles, and these are the drivers, and these are the times that they did. That's impressive.
Some wild number, it's just crazy. More about the driver, what they dare to do. I
think the size of the balls. So, my final question to you. Will people like me, car journalists, ever get to drive this? And I've driven some of the other cars.
Yeah, I mean, this is the factory show car, test car, so this could be driven, yeah.
Oh, excellent. And I know you sometimes sell your prototypes, don't you, to very, very special customers.
Happens, yes.
They're worth more than the actual...
Normally, yes, like for similar type of brands, that happens as well, yes.
Will you be selling this one, or will you be holding on to it?
The idea is to hold on to it. So we're creating a little bit of a showpiece on the other side of the road where we want to put up our historic cars and make a bit of a visitor center. So eventually maybe it could end up there and being used for events and stuff like that. So.
And for journalists to maybe come and have a little review of
yes,
Christian.
I'm sure we can arrange that.
Excellent. Listen, thanks for showing me around the car.
My pleasure.
Great to see you again. And sorry for being late.
No problem.
Your resume said...
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's amazing, bro. If you guys are new, chat. If you guys are new and you guys are watching this channel, I advise you guys to subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. It is amazing that, that I get to, react to these kind of videos without getting copyrights and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you guys like these kind of videos, I know you guys do. I know you guys do. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and like the video so that it can reach out to other people on the YouTube side. I love y'all so much. I really, really do. And I see you guys on the next video. Peace!